What's up, YouTube? It's me again, and for a while now, I've really enjoyed Hollow Knight, and what is there not to love? From the beautiful soundtrack, to the great boss battles, and the wonderful characters, it's great. But in the world of Hollow Nest, you're going to be doing a lot of exploring, and in that exploring, you're going to be finding a lot of beautiful landscapes and worlds. From the top of the world, with its shining peaks, to the bottom of in the abyss and its dark and gloomy aura. So today we're going to be ranking the areas in a Hollow Nest, and based on how annoying the enemies are, how fun and enjoyable and beautiful and just like how cool the area is, and how useful is it? How useful is it going to be to your adventure, and is it really worth your time exploring? So that's what we're going to do today. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment some other ideas you would like to see me do about Hollow Knight or any other videos. So let's get ready to explore the world of Hollow Knight, as my friends like me to say because I say it all the time, Hollow Nest, and let's get into it, guys. You know how like a minute ago I said Hollow Knight had these like beautiful characters and enemies and soundtracks and stuff? Well, whenever you go into Deepnest, just be expecting the opposite of whatever that is, because this place literally sucks in every form of way. The enemies, creepy, trash, and have difficult, just annoying moves. In terms of things to do here, well, not much. You're probably gonna get lost by how big the freaking place is. This is a very, in my terms, you can either go here early without any equipment, or if you're like me, this can literally be like the last place you go in the game, because I'm not doing Deepnest without my equipment. I'm sorry, I'm not. Deepnest just sucks, and there's nothing you can do about it. At me. Anyway, point is, this place sucks. The only useful things you do here is like, I don't know, there's like 2 boss fights. One of them sucks, aka Nosk, and then Galleon, which is just annoying and you kind of need for essence. And then, oh yeah, there's a whole freaking dreamer here, probably the only reason you actually want to enter this place. And the place where the dreamer is, guess what, you're probably gonna get lost in it, like a lot. Well, luckily you only have to go there once, and with Deepnest you probably only want to go there once because Deepnest sucks. Point is, enemy sucks. There's nothing to do here, and the place is unnaturally big for no reason. Like, why did they make it so big? This place sucks. Probably get lost in exploring it. Yeah, Deepnest. Deal with it. Oh god, nope, I'm not talking about this place. Royal Waterways, all you need to know, enemies are trash, and it sucks. It sucks. The only thing good about this place is Dung Defender, which is probably one of the coolest boss fights in the game. Well, at least, it's not cool, but, you know, I like it. All you need here is Isthmus Tier, and then you can just gone, leave, never enter the place again. I hate the enemies, I hate the atmosphere, and the only reason Deepnest is below it is because Deepnest is Deepnest, and Royal Waterways is not any better. Wow, wow. Number 13, we have Howling Cliffs, and I'm gonna be honest with you, when I was making this list, I almost forgot this was a location on the map because of how boring this place is. I mean, talk about a boring location. There's nothing to do here. There's probably 2 reasons to come here. Fight Gorb and summon the Grim Troop. And you don't even have to fight Gorb. Both of those things are optional. I mean, grim. But optional. There's literally no reason to be here except for those two things. I don't even know what to talk about this location. There's nothing to do. Like, literally nothing. I mean, I would say the place is cool, but it's boring. Not only is it boring, there's nothing to do. I mean, the only reason it's this high is because at least it's not Deepnest or Royal Waterways where there's annoying enemies and a creepy atmosphere. Talk about atmosphere, there is none, because there's nothing to do here. Howling Cliffs, just Howling Cliffs, man. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Howling Cliffs. Oh God. Number 12, the Hive. I wouldn't even count this as like a section on the map, but it literally says it on the map, so I guess I have to. The Hive. It's not as annoying as Deepnest or Royal Waterways. I'll give it that. But this is another one of those locations where there's nothing to do here. The enemies, some reason, when they're not turning into giant drills, or when the fat ones are trying to just smash its brain into you, or just a giant bee sack, like, what is that about? Yeah, the enemy's very annoying, and you have to do some, like, immense platforming in the area, all to make your way through this maze, just to get a charm, which I think is pretty useful, and to fight a very annoying boss who tries to defeat you with said bees. This place is annoying, and it's barely even considered a place on the map, but Hive Night, although it's annoying, kind of like the boss fight, and the queen bee. Queen's alright. But yeah, the Hive, semi-section on the map, barely even consider it location. The Hive. Oh, this is nice. Next location, we have Green Path. And I gotta say, first time you enter Green Path, it's kind of peaceful. It's a nice change from the crossroads, just the empty crossroads. It's just nice, beautiful, green little area. And I've got to admit, this is the first place where there's actually stuff to do. You have a boss fight here, Hornet. Mommy, love Hornet. Point is, Hornet, and you get Dash, like, oh my god, probably one of the most useful abilities in the game. I believe you also get Hunter's Journal, fighting No Eyes, who cares? Below it, above it, you get to fight, or you get to save Zoe. Don't. But Green Path, I kind of like it. It's a nice atmospheric change from the crossroads, the first area, besides Dearth Mouth that you go in. But it's a nice, kind of peaceful change. The enemies are not that bad, let's be honest. And yeah, Green Path is just, it's really peaceful, really nice change of pace, and sure, it is kind of forgetful after the first time you get through with it, but hey, it's alright. Anything is better than the other ones we covered. So, Green Path, doing great. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, let's go ahead and get this one over with. Number 10, we have Kingdom's Edge, and there's a reason why it's this low. It's because I don't like this place. I don't. Listen, it has a very useful item if you're going for a true ending. You get it from beating Hornet's second fight, which was a very annoying fight. And guess who else lies here? I'm not going to say his name, but let's just say he's a moth and he flies around, and there's a reason why he's dead. Also, primal aspids, hoppers. Are we not going to talk about that? Okay, just I'm gonna calm down. And Kingdom's Edge, it's a cool little place. I like it. It has annoying aspects like enemies and bosses. I really like the atmosphere. I like the music. And it has the Coliseum of Fools, another place I spent hours of my life on, but that's not the point. Point is, Coliseum of Fools is cool too. Boss fight there, kind of cool. I guess. This place is just kind of I never really like this place, especially with all the enemies you have to deal with and the boss fights. I've never really been attached to this place. I don't like it. I don't know. Next place, the first place you get to actually explore in the game, the Crossroads. Or, well, Forgotten or Infected, depending on what point in the game you're at. And this place is it's a little bit useful. Very central area of the game. It's like Crossroads. You'll probably cross here a lot. You're gonna be fighting your first few bosses in the game, like False Knight and Gruz or Gruzmother, however you pronounce it. I don't know. You get to rescue Sly. You get to Salubra's shop. The place is just genuinely big, and there's several other locations that connect to it. And it's right next to Dirtmouth, which is by far one of the most useful locations in the game because of hell's all the shops and all the central. And guess what? There's no enemies to hurt you, so you're safe. Finally. But point is, Crossroads is a very central point in the game, very essential to your gameplay, and of course, the end of the game happens literally in the Crossroads, so pretty dang important, if you ask me. But yeah, Crossroads, the first version is just kind of boring. Then second, it's infected. It looks cool, but then the enemies are annoying. So, you know how I am about annoying enemies. But it's alright, I guess. Speaking of Dirtmouth, I guess I'll count this as a point on the map. Dirtmouth! Yeah. Not really much to say about this place. It's very little for what it is. There's obviously no enemies, no bosses, nothing exciting like that, but there is Elderbug. And there is a lot of people to talk to, a lot of shops you can shops you can do here. Like I said before, when I was in the Crossroads and stuff, it's a very central point in the game. There's a you're probably going to be coming here a lot, and it's to get you off your feet and get you running in the Hollow Knight experience, because it's going to be the first place you go to. But yeah, Dirtmouth, honestly, very useful place. It's obviously not annoying because you don't have to fight anything, and yeah, it's better than the places I've already listed before because it's Dirtmouth, and Dirtmouth is awesome. But it has Zote in it if you save him, and I don't know, I gotta deduct points for that. Yeah, Zote, what you gonna do about him? But yeah, Dirtmouth, Elderbug, Bench, love benches. At number 7 we have another location I just don't really like, and I kind of think is forgettable, but it is kind of beautiful, and I do think it is, while it is a more annoying green path, I think it does have better soundtrack, and honestly I think it's just really beautiful. Definitely more useful though. There's a few things you can do here. There's a boss, Mr. Traitor Lord. Don't really like it, but he's there. Oh, whoa, he's there. It's also location of the notorious flower quest, if you're even willing to do that. I'm not, but I will someday. And if you're going for a true ending, this is another useful place. Probably the most useful thing about it is the White Lady sits here, and you have to go all the way in there and find her and meet up with her, and you get one piece of the puzzle to get your way to true ending. But yeah, Queen's Garden, it's kind of cool. I kind of like the place. The whole vibe behind it is cool. But honestly, the only reason I don't really like it is because it's forgettable. And it kind of feels like a copy of Green Path. But to be honest, I think this is better than Green Path anyway. It's just, in my opinion, Green Path is more iconic, and Queen's Garden is kind of more forgettable, in my opinion. So, yeah, Queen's Garden. It's kind of cool, I guess. Sure, why not? Next one! Annoying enemies galore. Well, there's only really 2 of them, but Fog Canyon. Another place for one of the dreamers, which makes this place extremely important. But I really do like the atmosphere behind this one. I think it is really cool. I think it looks really pretty and beautiful, and I think it looks really cool. Boss fight here, hate it. Absolutely hate the boss fight. I'm not even going over the boss fight. I'm not even going to show you footage of the boss fight. Almost hate it more than No Name. I'm not back in Kingdom's Edge. You know who I'm talking about. But I'm not gonna say the boss fight's name because I hate it that much. And I'm petty. Fall Canyon. If I can remember correctly, there's that one banker. Who cares? I don't. Monomon, the teacher, really useful. Enemies, kind of cool. A little bit annoying to get around, especially with all the 2-hit stuff. What's up with all the lightning from the No Name boss fight? But Fall Canyon, it's not really much to say about it. Not really a big location. Just kind of need to go here to get your dreamer, maybe a charm, maybe a grub or 2, and you'll be making your way out. But before you leave, just recognize the kind of cool enemies in the atmosphere, because I do think this place has a nice atmosphere. Yeah, next location, you could just throw atmosphere right out the window, but usefulness you can throw straight up. The Ancient Basin. Probably one of the most important places in this entire game. Not the most important, but it holds a lot of very important things. Let's just go down the line. Number 1, you gotta fight Broken Vessel, and out of it you get double jump. Literally probably the best ability in the entire game next to dash, in my opinion. Might have to do a ranking about it, but maybe not. If you want me to make a ranking about all the abilities and stuff, leave it in the comments below. But that's not the point. You get double jump. You get access to the Abyss if you're going for true ending. You can get a lot of upgrades like Shade Cloak and Howling Race, and I don't like to go down there because of all the shades, but we're not going to talk about that. Stag Station is pretty nifty, pretty neato cool here. White Palace, I hate that place so much. But yeah, this place, really cool. Only thing I don't like about it is the enemies, because you always somehow see them, but at the same time you don't, and you always bump into them. Hate that. But not really much of an atmosphere or music, and the enemies kind of suck. But in terms of usefulness, Ancient Basin. Yeah. I didn't say it for the last one, but I'll say it now. Getting into our top 5, with number 4 being Crystal Peak. Basically, the top of Hollow Nest, and oh my god, I cannot tell you how much I love this place. Crystal Peak, man. I remember the first time going here. This place is awesome. Just the music to the background and aesthetic of the glowing purple crystals, and the enemies aren't too bad either. I mean, kind of annoying, but I do like the design, and I do like how they're just random miner bugs, and not miners, and they're just crystals, and I just really like the aesthetic and vibe of this place. I really do like it. Crystal Guardian is a boss here. Not too bad. It's alright boss fight, I guess. You do get Crystal Heart, which is pretty useful. It's alright. It's alright. You do get a few more useful things, like I think you can get Slice shop key thing and a piece of pale ore if you manage to climb to the very top. But besides useful things, I don't really care how useful this place is. I just genuinely love this place. This place is really cool, and Crystal Peak, it's really fun, and the first time you go here, it's just a fun time. You just get to explore the mines and crystals, and I really do like Crystal Peak. I really do like it. Alright, at number 3, we have the Fungal Waste. And there's a reason why it's this high, because Fungal Waste has always stuck with me. I don't know what it is, but it feels like when you're in Fungal Waste and you get to that point in the game, you're starting to get somewhere in the game, and you're starting to really like pick up the game. It's not the central part of the game. You're still early game at this point, but Fungal Waste, man, there's something about it. I don't know what it is. The enemies are fun. I love the designs, probably of these enemies the most out of almost any enemies in the game. The music's alright. It's kind of a vibe. And has literally probably the funnest boss fight in the game. The Mantis Lords, are you kidding me? The area around the Mantis Lords, though, that's annoying. But there's just a lot of acid here, and there's a lot of platforming you gotta do, and it's just a fun time in the Fungal Waste. Fungal Waste is just such a great time. I love it. In terms of usefulness, you know, we really want the Mantis Claw for wall jump, which is a very, very useful ability in the game. Leg Eater with those broken life and strength charms. Then you also get a heavily used stag station of mine, Queen Station. That's a pretty useful one. Connects, and since it is a pretty central place in the game, it kind of leads off and connects to other places, so it's a good little place to go. I don't know what it is, but I like Fungal Waste. I like it. Number 2, Resting Grounds. And the only reason this is high because of how useful this place is. It literally probably gives you the most useful item in the game. And this place is so calming. And I remember the first time I got here from Crystal Peak, and the floor opens up and you fall. I'm like, oh god, this better not be another Deepnest situation. And it's just calm. There's no enemies unless you go below ground. There's no enemies. It's really just chill, and it's just a nice and calming experience. And Dreamblade, locations of the Dreamers, and Seer, who can upgrade your dream now, so you can actually get true ending if you're going for it, which, let's be honest, that's the only really good ending, no offense. Well, besides the God Home one, but you know what I mean. But, yeah, just Resting Grounds is such an essential part to any playthrough that it has to be this high. Resting Grounds, there's so many useful things here. I see myself often using the stag station there, and it's the location of the flower quest from Zamir. So, yeah, that's Resting Grounds. I really like it. I like Resting Grounds. So calming and peaceful. And for our number 1 spot, who would have guessed it? The city itself. The City of Tears. Oh my god, talk about there's so much to do here. The place is massive. Probably almost as big as Deepnest, and that place is huge. But this place is filled with stuff to do, from the little mini area in the Soul Sanctum where you can get dive, to the nail guy who can nailsmith. Sorry, I forgot his name. To upgrade his nail, to the central stag place that I think is the most useful bench in the game. King Station to Lim, the Relic Seeker, who can give you more geo and money to help on your adventures. If it's your first time playing Hollow Knight, this is middle of the game territory. City of Tears is probably gonna take you a few days to explore if you're new to the game, because of how much just stuff there is to do here. There is so much to explore, so much to get done, and from the music, oh my god, the music of City of Tears, to the aspect and the background, and I remember there's a cool cutscene here too, to the elevator. Such a cool idea, just a lift. The enemies while also annoying, I think it's kind of cool. The little night suits and everything. Yeah, this is like the central point of the game. This place can give you almost anything you want. You want mobility or traveling around Holonest. You get stag stations. You need money, come to Lim. You need better like upgrades for your nail. You got nailsmith. This place is huge, and not only to add upon that, but you also get a dreamer. So that's that's City of Tears. Definitely my favorite location. I love this place so much. But yeah, that's everything. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you disagree with my list, let me have it in the comments. Also, speaking of comments, if you have any more video ideas, let me know. And this has been Ranking Locations in Hollow Knight. Goodbye, people.